Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Mirade.
And I'm Mr. USA WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas.
The road to WrestleMania has begun. Wrestling fans are looking to add to their man caves. You got to see what we have in the eBay store.
Check it out.
Support Wrestling Insiders in-studio shoot interviews on eBay with this brand new personally autographed WWE Royal Rumble 2021 11x14 poster signed by WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns, his advocate Paul Heyman, and Kevin Owens. Reigns and Owens battled for the Universal title in a last standing match January 31st in the Thunderdome in Tampa. This limited edition collector's poster is number 31 of only 50 produced. Comes with WWE authentication hologram on the poster itself. Also comes with an on-air shout-out from WWE Hall of Famer Mr. USA Tony Atlas and a bonus autographed 8x10 photo. Get this rare, awesome collectible for your man cave and help keep wrestling legends working now. Boston Wrestling Sports and the MWF explodes into a new year of unknown with professional wrestling content galore, and we need you to join our family. Every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. after we review the previous night's Monday Night Raw, it's Wrestling Insiders at your house with the unpredictable WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. USA Tony Atlas. Wednesday nights after WWE, NXT, and AEW at 10 p.m., you never know who's going to show up on Wrestling Insiders Special Edition. Every Thursday night at 10 p.m. after our NXT and Dynamite review, it's Marty Jannetty's No Holds Barred Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll journey through the 80s and 90s on Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty. Friday nights after the lights go down at the Thunderdome on SmackDown, it's John Cena Sr.'s Wrestling Insiders Fabulous Fridays. Plus, look for classic clips, bonus live episodes, pay-per-view watch-alongs, and more. If you want early, ad-free access to all of our Wrestling Insider talk shows, our acclaimed studio shoot interview DVD library, and to help keep wrestling legends working during the worst of times, for less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, join our growing family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. Expect the unexpected in 2021.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, welcome to Wrestling Insider Current Events. I'm Dan Mirade. I'll be joined in a moment by my partner in crime, Mr. Dave Carter. It is one of his favorite nights of the year as he anxiously awaits a little chocolate to arrive at his home. But then again, why is that different than any other night? It is a chilly spring day, but opening day is here, or has been here, I should say. Baseball is being played again with a few people in the crowds, and we are anxiously awaiting our departure to head down to beautiful, sunny, the Big Guava itself, Tampa, Florida, as we bring to you Wrestle House as WWE prepares its WrestleMania weekend for you. We have 9 big superstars that'll be joining us for Wrestling Insider interviews, live episodes and cyber autograph signings. Again, as we have BostonWrestling.com updated, I implore you, help the cause, get some autograph photos, but do it in advance. Every superstar is only going to be doing a half an hour autograph signing. So get the order in quick. We'll have the photos ready and waiting for that cyber signing. You can get a shout out. They can talk to you while they sign the photo. It's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. This week, I don't even know if I've told you, Dave, but we're in for a little bit of a interruption, so to speak. Obviously, tonight we have our SmackDown review. Then at 10 o'clock, it's Wrestling Insiders Week in Review. Tomorrow on Easter night, we bring to you the Wrestling Insiders Retro Watch-Along as we relive the event that was WrestleMania 1. Monday should be business as usual with our new pre-Raw podcast with Oscar of Men on a Mission. But for the rest of the week, until we get back home, we're going to be having, to borrow some thoughts from my good friend John Taffer of Bar Rescue, we're going to be having some marathons during the day. especially on Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to have all-day marathons. Tuesday will be, I don't know how many episodes of Tony Atlas's Wrestling Insider at your house. Wednesday, we're going to have Wrestling Insider Special Edition episodes all day. We were going to do a marathon this coming Thursday, but I believe we're going to be having 5 live episodes in one day. So I think it would be kind of hard to have a marathon and do that at the same time. But Friday is going to feature a marathon, so we're going to have a lot of great video marathons going on. The live premiere is going to be going on. I have authorized Boston Wrestling MWF Hall of Famer Slick Rick B up in Maine to be a moderator while I am gone. I trust the man. He has the blue wrench now. He can block, he can kick out, he can control everything going on in the live premieres. That's how much I think of Rick, because I tell you this, fans, if you enjoy our shows the way you do, you should thank Rick, because he provided me some interesting insight when it came to certain technical things that I didn't even know about. So I tip the hat to Rick, even though I don't have a hat on. Again, it is a great time to join us on Patreon. Join the Boston Wrestling MWF family, patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. We just had a Patreon exclusive go up, a Marty Jannetty Super Tape 2 watch along, the old Coliseum video release, where Marty watches along 2 of his matches, analyzes it. You guys can watch it on WWE Network at the same time. It's a lot of fun. You also get early ad-free access to all of our Wrestling Insider programs. You get access to our acclaimed studio shoot interview DVD library that's been seen by millions online, millions more in the Howard Stern Show. Again, more Patreon exclusives. We have a new Iron Sheik DVD release that's going to be available only on Patreon this month. Plus, you have the knowledge that you're helping wrestling legends stay working, and that's important. Again, patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. The eBay store is hot. It's on fire right now, with it being that WrestleMania time of the year. Link in the description box below. Get some great merch, get an on-air shout-out, and help us bring you, again, more superstars. Our goal by the end of 2021 is to have an original talk show 7 nights a week, but we cannot do it without you guys, you know? We don't want to have to give him $55 like Tony Atlas said. You know what I mean? Oh, don't even get me started on that. Did I forget any of the cheap plugs? I am so mentally and physically exhausted. I believe on my 27th consecutive day here at the studio, with most of them being a minimum of 10 hours. I'm out like a light, but I did watch SmackDown last night. Did I forget any cheap plugs?
Not at all. Everything you said was perfect. I think we're good. I think we're good to review SmackDown.
Well, if you like the show tonight, folks, give us the big thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's absolutely free. And if you click the little notification bell, it'll update you on all the big things happening this week, all the big releases, the marathons, the live episodes. And the autograph pre-sales are going to be available on bostonwrestling.com, I believe, beginning on Monday. I just need to hear back from the printers that all the pictures are done, and so on and so forth. So with that said, it's like the Olympics, baby. I'm passing the baton. It's your turn now, Mr. Dave Carter.
Let's go. Let's review SmackDown from April 2nd, 2021. We kicked off SmackDown with the video package of things that led up to the triple threat match at Mania between Daniel Bryan, Edge, and Roman Reigns. Then we get Edge's music started. Edge comes out, gets on the mic. He says the chaos and mayhem that's led up didn't need to happen, or maybe it did. Maybe I was just being naive. Daniel Bryan weaseled his way into the WrestleMania title match. I never thought Daniel Bryan would do this, or maybe I did. He just got outplayed. I have to thank Daniel Bryan. I got to reflect on myself. I finally saw the rated R superstar. I finally woke the hell up, he says. Daniel Bryan and Roman have aspired to be me. I'm a WWE Hall of Famer. I thought this was great. I thought this whole promo was great. I like his intensity in it, his visual, like the way he looks when he's saying everything, because it's believable. I thought this was perfect. I really enjoyed this promo. What did you think of it?
Very good. I thought it was very good. Good way to open the show. Set the tone.
Yes, sir. Before we go to commercial, we find out it's going to be Daniel Bryan and Jey Uso in a street fight later on tonight for the main event. So I was like, all right. I mean, we've seen the match, but at least it's a little different in a street fight, you know? From there, we have Edge walking backstage when we get back from commercial, asked about the street fight tonight. He doesn't feel bad for Daniel Bryan if he gets hurt or if he can't make it to WrestleMania. Quick little thing, ongoing thing, what they always do in SmackDown, which is nice. This was another quick one. I liked it.
Fine little vignette to continue the theme of the show.
Right on. Then we come back to the ring, and Otis and Gable are in the ring. Gable's on the mic, says he's transformed Otis into an alpha. Tonight, they are going to get to shine against the tag team champions, and then they will do it for the Academy. So right now, we're going to get, obviously, a match. We knew that. It ends up being an 8-man tag, which is Otis and Gable and Rude and Ziggler versus Dominic and Ray and the Street Profits. It was a crazy match from the beginning, and then it started getting, back into like that tag team match, which I thought, honestly, this 8-man tag was done very well. It got crazy in the beginning, but then it settled down to be a pretty good match. People were flying around a little bit, but then, like I said, it settled down. Good action. Montez Ford looked really good in this match. He actually didn't look like him normal self where he's just flip-flopping. He actually had some good moveset.
Yeah, he did 4 moves instead of 3 this week. It was a big one.
No, but even Corey Graves stated that too, that Montez Ford looked great with his moves. Like, he looked really good.
Well, maybe he's been listening to the show.
That's funny you say that because you're always hard on him. So
I don't want to put poor Montez down because he's a great athlete, and I believe he works hard. He just needs to have more variety.
Yeah.
Step it up, baby.
I thought this match was really good. I enjoyed it. Otis and Gable ended up winning the match, which I'm happy with because you know what? If this is going to make Otis away from that noise that, all that stuff they used to do, there you go, all that, and make him in another light and put something on Gable too at the same time, tag team championships, I'll take it. Because like we said, if he can get away from this would be good for Otis. It's just hard to break away from that laughing and, all that kiddie stuff. So we'll see.
The problem is the two of them have zero credibility because they use the both of them as idiots for pretty much the duration of their run between Shorty G in recent times and Otis being I mean, people don't forget that quick. Not to say that it's impossible to repackage them, but people aren't going to forget this quickly.
They've been trying, though. They've been doing it week after week, at least. It's not like they just all of a sudden did it. They've been doing it for probably about 6 weeks now, right? Yep, there you go. What did you think of the match? Did you like it?
It was all right. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all.
A little too much, but I thought it was pretty good. From there, we got Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville backstage. Ugh. Heyman walks over and tells them that the match tonight in the street fight match could ruin the main event for WrestleMania. They look each other and whatever. It's a quick little thing, something to just keep on going with the main event, keeping fans in tune that there's going to be a street fight tonight, I guess. Quick little thing, didn't mind it.
Is there a more useless character in WWE than Sonya Deville?
You know what, though? She's nice to look at.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think she's beautiful.
She wouldn't be looking back at you, but that's all right.
You should check her Instagram out, man. Whew, yeah. She's smoking on.
I'll do that tomorrow.
All right. I know you will. I'll send you it. Then we have Seth Rollins coming out in another great suit. I love Seth's suits, man. They're friggin' awesome. This one was like a tie-dye looking. It was nice. And then
he was superstar Billy Graham back in 1977 with the tie-dye.
There you go. I knew you'd have the good references, the old school ones. I like it. They go to commercial. We come back. We have Seth Rollins, Corey Graves, and Cesaro in the ring. First ever one-on-one match for Cesaro is going to be happening at WrestleMania. He's never had a singles match at WrestleMania. Says it's the biggest match of his career. He will not fail. The swing is in the air, he says. Seth says he is unshakable. He's compared himself to some of the greats of WrestleMania, meaning The Rock, Stone Cold, but all these people he started naming. Cesaro says he knows he can beat embarrass him at WrestleMania. Seth again says he's unshakable. Then Seth gets very, very mad because Cesaro keeps on joking around, messing around with him, and tells Cesaro he's going to embarrass him at WrestleMania. You provoked me. I'm going to do it now. Cesaro says, take a swing. And then Seth is just sitting there looking at him, contemplating doing it, and then he doesn't. He gets out of the ring, and that was a segment. I like it because it's building to the match for WrestleMania. Told us something. told us, actually, I didn't even know that this was Cesaro's. I mean, I could have went back and looked, obviously, or thought about it some more, but it told us about how this was Cesaro's first singles match at WrestleMania. I didn't mind at all. That was a good promo to continue the story with them.
Yeah. It's not a match I'm really all that excited about, to be honest. I just think it's because not that I think it'll probably be a really good match, but I just, Cesaro's been used as nothing for so long. I mean, why am I supposed to care now? Seth Rollins has been used like just a boring drain of life for over a year now. I mean, granted, his in-ring work is very good, but the character sucks. So, I mean...
well, maybe this is the match right here to take him to the next level.
Maybe this will change it.
You know what I mean? The night after Raw will be something big for him after this match.
Well, the SmackDown.
SmackDown. Sorry, the night after SmackDown. Yeah.
Don't jump the gun, Dave. Come on, for Christ's sakes.
Well, you never know. Just watch. He's going to be on Raw. Guarantee it. Just because I said that. Anyways, we're backstage. Carmella's back there playing with the hair.
Yeah.
She ends up getting confronted by Nia and says, "You didn't treat my guy so good, did you?" And then walks away. Obviously, they're talking about Reginald.
Yeah.
Whatever. Throw away. Didn't care about it. I guess you probably have nothing to say about it either, right?
The less said, the better.
Exactly. And then we get Shayna versus Nia with Tamina. Reginald with Nia are on commentary. It was a quick match, which probably made you happy. 3 different roll-ups in the match, and then Natty ends up getting the win with one of the roll-ups. It was 3 in a row, and then she got the upper hand on the roll-up. After the match, Nia attacks Natty and Tamina. Then the Riot Squad come out and attack Nia and Shayna. Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke come out and attack them and Nia. Lana and Naomi come out and go after Nia and Shayna. All-out brawl with all the teams. Tamina and Natty are left standing in the ring. To me, this is just a wash-away segment. It's just too much going on. It's just trying to get everybody involved. I don't know what they're going to lead to here, if it's going to be WrestleMania or whatever.
You don't know what they're doing?
No, what do you think they're doing?
I thought this was knowledge. Maybe it's just something that's being discussed, but I thought this was fact. I was told that the first night at WrestleMania, they're doing a 4-women elimination match, and then on Sunday, the winner faces Herman and Nia.
No, I didn't hear that.
I can't believe they're going to do 2 nights of it when they shouldn't do it at all.
See, but I also don't always read. If this is just on social media, I don't always go to WWE's Twitter.
No, this was a personal conversation I had this with. Maybe hopefully, knock on wood, it is not fact. But I was told, yes, they're having 4 women, a 4-way women's tag team match on Saturday, and then the winner faces Nia and what's her name, Baszler on Sunday, which is just considering who they're not having on that event. What a disgrace!
Right? They didn't even say anything about that last night during this all-out brawl either.
I hope I'm 100% wrong, and the person that I spoke to was talking about something that maybe was thrown around as an idea. I only hope.
I was going to say, last night I did not hear that, unless I just completely missed it because I was already like, oh my God, what's going on? But I think I would have heard that if they did say that. But hey, you could be totally right.
I haven't had the time to be on social media. You know how busy I've been trying to get all these videos ready. So I'm going by interactions with people. I haven't, even on Twitter and Facebook and things like that, I haven't been on them at all almost, other than, the promotional hype we have to do for the things we do. But no, I hope it's not fact. I hope this is one time I hope I'm 300% wrong, because it gives us not 1, but 2 shit matches.
You'll be doing a lot of walking around Raymond James.
Better believe it, baby.
Yes, sir. From there, after that, we get Carmella with Billie Kay. Basically, Billie Kay trying to get Carmella to take the photo. Carmella takes the photo. They walk away. Quick little thing.
Yeah,
whatever.
Great.
I know, just quick little thing. Before we go to commercial, we get backstage. Sami Zayn on the red carpet. You have a black limo show up, and Logan Paul gets out. They shake hands and start walking up the red carpet. We go to commercial. Anything other than that noise?
I wasn't excited for them to come back from the commercial break.
All right. From there, Sami Zayn comes out for the premiere of the Conspiracy documentary. He's on the mic. Says the world's been waiting for this and will show their conspiracy, their documentary, the trailer right now. But I want to be joined by my special guest first. And then he introduces Logan Paul. Sammy gives him a hug. Logan Paul says, "It's super cool to be here, and thank you for having me. Can't wait to see the video." Sammy asks Logan Paul to be a guest at WrestleMania. Logan Paul accepts. Then they finally play the premiere of the trailer for the documentary. So the whole documentary plays. I didn't even understand it, but whatever. Great quality, great production work, but it doesn't make any sense really, other than it just shows Sammy that he's not really under conspiracy, but I guess that's the way they're going with. But anyways, after that, Sammy says he loves it. Wants thoughts from Logan Paul. Paul says it's compelling, but when you were in the locker room, Kevin Owens confronted me and told him, you've been like this for years, pretty much. You've been a conspiracy theorist for years. Sammy interrupts him and tells him, "You're my guest. I already know what Kevin Owens thinks. I want to know what Logan Paul thinks." And then KO comes out of nowhere, stuns Sammy, tells this is going to keep happening when you have these crazy thoughts. I kind of like that. I didn't mind the segment at all. I mean, to me, I like Kevin Owens. I know you're not a fan of him, and I don't mind Sami Zayn as much as you do either. I know you can't stand him.
Sami Zayn is one of my. He's up there on the list of hatred when it comes, and again, nothing against the human being.
Right? No, I
but
get
when
it.
it comes to his portrayal on the show, he's up there on the hatred list.
See, I don't mind this so much because at least it's building to a story, and I love.
But the story sucks. Logan Paul. I at least know who he is compared to Bad Bunny. I've heard of that guy before. Right. I know he does. Didn't he say he saw someone hang in China or Japan or something, and he got all kinds of heat and thrown off YouTube for a while? Is that the person I'm thinking of?
I'm not sure about that.
You don't even know. Okay. Well, at least I'm familiar with who he is. Bad Bunny, yeah. I'm still asking around who, other than that he sings Spanish music, which believe it or not, I'm not a huge.
Getting ready for WrestleMania. He's pretty good.
Well, you know what? Maybe he'll have a good entrance. I imagine they'll come up with something cool for him. Maybe we'll get in our car from Russell. I can play some for you in the car. Well, I know little Marty he'll be learning a new language, I guess, as we leave the parking lot at Raymond James Stadium. But I think someone like him is good as far as trying to generate maybe some young fans that aren't WWE fans as of now. But look at what they're associating him with. Sami Zayn is an idiot.
Yeah,
And Kevin Owens and his pathetic look that doesn't look anything like an athlete. I mean, I would have involved him in something different.
I thought for sure. Yeah, exactly. I would have thought he would have been part of. I mean, you could even throw him in the. I don't know if it would make it any better, but you figure you throw him with Seth Rollins, somebody like that caliber of a guy. But you're throwing him, like you said, with Sami Zayn. I don't understand that part.
Nobody cares about Sami Zayn. Nobody cares about his fucking documentary or his Oscar the Grouch look. Nobody cares. He's a waste of time.
Like I said, I like Kevin Owens, and I don't mind Sami Zayn as much as you. I wish this was a little different, but I'm compelled to see the match. See how it turns out.
I am not. So we differ on that one. That's for sure.
Right. I want to see it because I want to see what Logan Paul has to do with it. I want to see what ends up happening in that.
Well, he could be the highlight of the match. How sad is that? Social media influencer Logan Paul.
He very well could be, or it could be stunners all around. Logan Paul takes a stunner.
Those lousy-looking stunners. Steve, where are you, brother? We need a stunner class.
You don't like it.
No.
From there, we get another segment with Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville backstage. Edge comes over and says, the match tonight for the street fight was a good idea, and I'm going to be out there doing commentary. They say, that's good. Fine. Whatever. He gets to call the shots, I guess. We can see Carmella coming out. They go to commercial. What did you think of the segment? Anything or?
I mean, it was another nice little segment that continued the flow of the show.
There you go. Kevin Owens backstage says he stunned Sammy because he likes doing it and he can do it to anyone. Sammy attacks Kevin Owens, screams, "You ruined everything." You know what? I like this. I know you're going to scream, but I liked it because I didn't expect Sami Zayn to come out like that. This was good. He attacked him, threw him right into the thing. Kevin Owens took a nice bump. It looked good. This is another thing to build that story. I know you don't care about it, but you know what? If it's WrestleMania and it's on the card, at least they're doing something to make it a story. I know it's not a good story for your liking, but I don't mind it because at least they're going with it, adding more sauce to to what it is.
You know what? I'll agree with what you're saying on that. It's just I wish it was with different people.
Right, exactly, and I get that. From there, where Bianca's asked about Sasha because she's getting interviewed before she goes down to the ring. She's been waiting to finally see the real Sasha. Now she can beat the real Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. She's not looking past Carmella though tonight because she was a former women's champion. And like I said, Carmella had already come out. She's been in the ring a long time because finally we get.
Yeah, she was. You know what? That's funny that you mentioned that. Wasn't she in the ring for like 10 minutes?
Yeah,
before
because
they finally
showed
to the
Carmella
ring?
coming down to the ring and they go to commercial. Then all that stuff we just talked about. I thought about
I
that.
forgot
She must
about
have
that because I
been
did
there.
notice that. I almost forgot that she came to the ring by the time they went back for the match.
Yeah, imagine if they. And that's the thing is like she's just standing. It's crazy. But we get the match: Carmella versus Bianca Belair. Carmella attacks Bianca before the match starts. Then finally the match starts. Carmella on the offense at first, ties Bianca's hair to the bottom roach, which I thought that was kind of creative with it at least. You know, tying her hair so damn long. Um, After that, she gets it undone. Bianca finally starts dominating the match. Very sloppy ending, which I was very mad about because Bianca usually does a pretty good job with her matches. This was a sloppy ending. I don't know if it had to do with because she was with Carmella or what. Bianca ended up winning by pinfall. Sasha gets in the ring, ready to attack Bianca, but Bianca stops her and says, "Not today," and then points to the sign, "WrestleMania, we do this." I like the ending, that part. I didn't like the ending in the match. The match was what it was. We never thought it was going to be anything special. What about you?
Those two have been pointing at that fucking sign quite a bit.
Right on. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. From there, we have Roman in the locker room with Jey Uso talking. You don't actually hear what they're saying. They're just promoting the upcoming match, which is the street fight, and they go to commercial. From there, we get told that it's going to be a WrestleMania type SmackDown next week. They're going to have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and a Fatal 4-Way for the tag team titles, which we were at. Remember we were talking about they were going to do the Battle
Yep.
Royal? They are on SmackDown. You know what? It probably saves us because remember we were talking about WrestleMania is a later start date. Like we don't have to be there till 4:30 now.
Yeah.
It would probably been 2:30.
Well, as I explained to you yesterday, we have to be there a little earlier than that. But
right, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
in
it probably would
general,
have been
yeah.
early because if they were going to add that to it. So you know what? I don't mind it. And you know what?
if
might
it was
be
a
fun.
pre-show match, I actually enjoy the Battle Royal.
Right, and yeah, exactly. So we find that out. Then we get Corbin on the microphone. He's tired of being disrespected. I realize it's my time. Sorry, I'm stumbling on my words. I realize it's my time. That's why I took out Drew, and they will all bow down to the king. So basically, what he took out Drew because now, which I don't understand, because what's he going to show up again on Raw Monday and try to take him out completely so he can be in the main event? Because they didn't really state that. You know what I mean?
I thought it was announced that Corbin was going to be on Raw Monday. Did they not?
Right, but no, he is. But what I'm saying is that's what he's going to do. Is he going to actually just fight Drew now, or is he going to attack him again? Because if he's just fighting Drew, what means he's going to take him out? Wouldn't he have to blindside him? Isn't that the point of taking someone out? Is to do it from behind?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could explain it better to people that are blind and are only listening to us describe this nonsense, but maybe it is just a confrontation. I just hate the dual brand interactions. To me, they should be treated like separate entities, separate promotions. I hate what they've done to Survivor Series. I hate that, when they get very uncreative and lazy, and they call it the brand-to-brand invitational, where each star is allowed to appear on the other show 4 times a year, or some ridiculous bullshit that no one ever keeps track of, but I digress.
I mean, yeah, I maybe I'm overthinking this whole thing. I don't know. But anyways, we get another promo. It's Apollo and his Nigerian accent.
Oh.
I did not like
They
this.
killed this one for me, and me, I pushed for Apollo for a long time, but not for this accent.
Right on. Apollo says he's never been so disrespected by anyone. He calls the match, it's gonna be a Nigerian drum fight. No rules, and the beating is gonna be so loud it will sound like a drum. Your bones will be breaking from my fist, he tells Big E. I wish they didn't do that. I wish they didn't add any of that to it. I don't like the Apollo Nigerian accent either. How does all of a sudden he gain that? Shouldn't have been part of it. He either started with it from the jump, or he doesn't have it at all. It's like when Kofi had the Jamaican accent and then he lost it. Like, thank God that happened so long ago. Most people don't even realize it. But with him being in a spotlight match now, and he's using this accent, and then they're gonna make it a drum match, like, a little too much.
I hope they're not. I don't know. I could see this really going a bad comedy route, like when they do those musical instrument matches with Elias and Braun Strowman.
Oh, I hope not. I didn't even think about that. Oh, I hope not.
I hope there aren't going to be like drums around the ring or something like that.
Now that you say it, oh Jesus. I hope not, man. From there, we're backstage. Edge and Paul Heyman are talking. Heyman says, "We both see this the same way, right? Triple Threat takes a hit on you winning the title." Edge stops him and says, "He's just going out there for commentary, and that's it. I'm not trying to get involved in the match at all." I like that. I like Edge basically clarifying, listen, I don't care what you have to say, Paul. I'm just going out there to do my thing. I like that. I like these little segments, too. I don't mind them because there's a point to them. They're not just throwaway little promos.
Yeah, they weren't pointless.
Right. We get Edge heading down to the ring to do commentary. We go to commercial. We get Jey Uso come out, then Daniel Bryan. They're battling all over the ring in the beginning of the match. Edge yelling at them, telling them not to look at him. Roman and Paul come out and take a seat on the top of the ramp. I loved Edge commentary on this during this match because he was just throwing out facts, throwing out some good stuff. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't like annoying. It was good. Daniel Bryan ends up getting the steel chain involved, which I liked. I thought that was different, and starts punching Jey Uso with it. And then he gets the yes walk on Jey Uso. He taps out. Then Daniel Bryan gets Edge with the running knees because he runs out of the ring, running knees and just unloading on Edge into the ring post. Goes after Reigns and gets Roman with the running knee, then puts him in the yes lock on the ramp. Officials get him off. Daniel Bryan in the ring doing the yes chant as SmackDown goes off the air. I really like this ending because each week somebody's had their own chance to be on top, which I like. And this time, Daniel Bryan didn't let anybody come after him. He went right after both sources. I like that. He didn't it wasn't a brawl and all of a sudden he did it. He literally ran after Edge, got him down. Ran after Roman and got him down. It's not like they were just triple threat match and now some way he got on top. I liked it. I didn't mind the ending at all.
I thought it was a great main event. I really did. I think it's a sin that Jey Uso isn't on WrestleMania, that he's on a Battle Royal that isn't even going to be part of WrestleMania, but on SmackDown.
I know.
Just look at his body of work since the end of August, and you tell me that's a guy there's no room for on WrestleMania, but you're going to have 2 nights of women's tag team matches that no one wants to see, so you can say you're politically correct or you're pushing some women's movement that not that many fans care about and have vanished during. I mean, come on. The facts are the facts. As I've said before, the week they started, and it's again, you cannot blame the women completely. Not at all. Not one bit. But the week they introduced Charlotte, Becky, Sasha, Give Divas a Chance hashtag and all that shit, Raw was over 3.5 million people a week. Look, 6 years later, what the ratings are right now for it. I mean, just about half. I mean, come on. What you cannot tell me this. Again, are they the only reason popularity in their company has declined? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That would be very unfair to say. But have they done anything that has boosted a number? Is there any metric that has increased? I mean, even the garbage reality show the ratings went down for. No one is interested in these people. You don't see little girls in the toy aisles looking to buy wrestling figures. You don't see them playing video games. You didn't see that many of them live at the arenas. I mean, maybe there was this I don't know, 8 to 13-year-old metric on television ratings that I'm unaware of that they were watching in flocks, but I'm unaware of that too. I would think if there was something going on with the women that was helping the state of the industry overall, even though it is in a decline, WWE would really push those facts and say, well, you know what? A, B, and C may be going down, but D is up thanks to what we're doing with these women. There is nothing. And to waste those 2 spots on WrestleMania, if what I'm saying is true, is a disgrace that you don't have Rey Mysterio on WrestleMania, or Dolph Ziggler on WrestleMania, or Jey Uso on WrestleMania, or even someone like Shelton, who had a pretty good push up until recently. But you're going to have garbage like the Riot Squad and who was some of the other, Lana and Naomi, and I mean, and what's even worse is that one of those teams, in theory, would be getting 2 WrestleMania spots. Give me a fucking break. And funny enough, what did we say last week? I love their original idea of having Edge against Roman on Saturday and then having Bryan face someone on Saturday, almost like they did at WrestleMania 10, and then have Bryan face whoever on Sunday. They're not going to do that, but they're going to take my idea and do it with the women's tag team titles? Oh, please.
Awful. Yep. I know. For SmackDown rating, I gave it a 7 out of 10. I liked a lot of it. The woman stuff, like we talked about, was a little too crazy. I didn't mind the Logan Paul stuff with Sammy as much. I know you're probably a little bit lower than me, but I thought a 7 out of 10 was strong. And by the rating wise, it looked like that. My rating actually is pretty spot on. The ratings held up this week too. They said it actually stayed right on par with what it was last week, which is good. Didn't go down.
I gave it a 5 because I really liked the main event, and I liked pretty much all of the segments that included Edge and Roman and Jey Uso, and I thought Bryan was very good. The 8-man was all right, but other than that, there was just too much shit that I don't want to see heading into the marquee event of the year.
Right on. I mean, hey, that's
not to take anything away from their efforts. They all seem to try hard, but you know what? That's all well and good. You can try as hard as you want to, but if the people don't like it, I don't know. I'm tired from trying to prepare for Wrestle House. We have 5 big days coming up, fans, not 2 like WWE. 5 big days. Please hit the subscribe button.
Yes, sir. Do it. I got a little bit of news.
What do we got?
And, notes. We'll talk about the biggest news first, which probably shocked everybody like it did me. We're going to get Chris Jericho on the WWE Network with Stone Cold Steve Austin on Broken Skull Sessions. I thought when I seen this, I thought it was an April Fool's joke. It's the real truth. And I guess I was reading an interview with Stone Cold, and he said he actually had to ask Vince twice because it was just an idea. And Vince gave him a thumbs up the second time, too, said, it's cool, do it. And so I don't know. And I was reading, he talks about everything from AEW to everything, what led to his departure and everything. That was the interview he had with Jason Barrasso from Sports Illustrated. So I'm very excited to watch this one for sure.
Yeah, I may tune into that one just because I'm anxious to see if they completely ignore AEW and that AEW even exists. And they discuss what's that now?
They said he does. Like, he had an interview, Steve Austin did, and he said he asked them those questions about AEW.
It could be edited out.
Oh, but you think they will?
You never know. You never know. That's why I'm kind of interested to see it. I could completely understand them just focusing on Jericho's WWE tenure, maybe even WCW tenure. I think, it's kind of ballsy for WWE to go the route of mentioning AEW on there. Yeah.
I can't believe they did it. Were you kind of surprised?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also
but it's what I think it really only helps them. You know what I mean?
I seen a little interview with Triple H because he does those media calls.
Yeah. We got to start taping those. I mean, it's just the problem is the time sometimes are difficult compared to when I'm here at the studio. But now that my life has re-evolved almost like evolution the past couple of months with what why. Maybe I can start doing them because it's the same thing with AEW. They always send me the invites to those media calls, but I'm just usually not here at the time. But now I can kind of change things around and do it. So maybe in the future.
I think you should because you always have a good question you could ask. I know you could.
No, they may not have me back, but
hey, But and I did see that, and he stated that they're open for business with anyone, so it didn't surprise him that Jericho's going to be on it. So we'll see. I'm definitely looking forward to this one to watch for sure. From there, I have what was it? We had these aren't huge. It's just a couple of little things that it sounds like Davey Boy Smith Jr. is going to be signing back with WWE, and he's going to be part of the NXT UK brand at first, but then work his way to the ranks of regular NXT, like you see Walter doing it like that.
For someone at his age, you'd think they wouldn't want to wait all that long.
Right.
He's
I
got to
thought
be
saying-
just a year or two younger than me, I would think.
Yeah, he is in great shape though. I've
Oh,
seen his
absolutely.
stuff on
But I mean, he's
MLW
getting
and
a little
bit of-
old.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought that was kind of cool. Him coming there, and then one other thing is, I've always been a fan of Brian Kendrick, and I guess he hung him up. He's finally retiring from wrestling, and he's going to be. They're saying like a producer or a role like that at the PC and things like that for WWE now. I was shocked that he's going to retire because he's not that old, is he?
No. I mean, he's probably, I would say, if I was going to guess, I'd say late 30s.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, exactly. So he's not all that old. So I was just kind of surprised to see it. But hey, you know what? He's had a pretty decent career for being an underside, guy like that.
Yeah, we're going to miss him.
You are. I know you will. But other than that, that's all I got for news and notes for right now for the last 2 days.
All right, wrestling fans, you heard it from Dave Carter. What a week we have ahead. We're going to miss these TV reviews. I don't think we're going to be, maybe, who knows? God only knows. When we're out there, are we even going to have, no, I can't even think of a time when we'll be able to watch any of those shows live. So I was going to say maybe we could do a watch along, but that might be virtually impossible. Who knows what the hell is going to happen? It's going to be one crazy week, which is why, again, folks, I strongly suggest you subscribe to the YouTube channel where you're going to get all the alerts and the updates and the notifications about the shows that are happening. Before we are Florida bound, again, remember tonight at 10 p.m., it is a supersized, the biggest Wrestling Insiders Week in Review ever, with 5 original episodes from this past week airing. Tomorrow night, after you've had your Easter dinner and a visit from the old bunny, although Dave likes his chocolate bunnies, we're going to be having a retro watch-along for WrestleMania 1 as we prepare for the big day. Monday night before Raw, we're going to have Oscar and his new podcast at 7 p.m. Then things start to get out of the regular routine, and we have a little bit of crazy. A 12-hour Tony Atlas marathon on Tuesday, where anyone that sits through the whole thing may need an appointment with Dr. David Reese. Wednesday, we're going to have another all-day marathon, Wrestling Insider Special Edition, which has a variety of superstars that are going to be on it. Thursday, we're going to be having not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. Is that right? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm sorry, 4 Cyber autograph signings on Thursday, which is going to be one of the longest days of my life. Then we're going to have live episodes again Friday night, Saturday afternoon before WrestleMania, Sunday afternoon before WrestleMania, and then mid-afternoon on Monday before Dave and I go and see the Tampa Bay Rays play. So we've got so much content coming. I'm trying to get as many marathons produced as possible for you guys, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Remember, any Super Chat donation goes a long way in helping us bring you more content. And again, early, I believe on Monday, the pre-orders are going to begin for the autograph photos. Those autograph photos, baby, they're like gold. They're going to help us keep Wrestling Legends working. And just think of the content we're going to be bringing home from 9 featured superstars for you to enjoy on Wrestling Insider Special Edition. We may have the rest of the year taken care of. There's going to be so many interviews done. But I implore you to please help the cause any way you can, whether it's by giving us a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, sharing the link across social media during those marathons and live episodes, getting a couple autograph photos, sending some super chats, sending me some positive vibes. I don't know if my voice is going to survive Wrestle House, but well, it remains to be seen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the Wrestle House. I'm excited to be in Florida. Literally, what is it? What are we on Saturday? Next Saturday at this time, we'll be getting ready to head into WrestleMania. I cannot wait. I am so freaking excited. You have no idea.
Well, I'm glad you're excited. I'm probably going to be excited for the plane ride home. And then the morning after we get here, we have a TV taping. So I land, I think, at about midnight. And then the next morning, back here at the studio, ready to shoot. No rest for the wicked, I guess, right?
No rest. No rest.
All right, wrestling fans, for Dave Carter, I'm Dan Mirade. At the top of the hour, we have Wrestling Insiders Week in Review, a supersized episode, 5 great interviews. Grab a beverage, grab a snack. We'll see you at 10 p.m. on the nose. Good night. The World Wrestling Federation was live at the Glens Falls Civic Center in Glens Falls, New York, Friday, April the 3rd, 1981. In the opening contest, Steve King battled Don Sereno to a time limit draw. Yoshiaki Yatsu beat Johnny Rodz via disqualification. Dominic DeNucci with the win over Frank Savage. Jill Fontaine and Suzette Ferreira defeated Lalani Kai and Peggy Lee. And in the main event, Pat Patterson victorious over Sergeant Slaughter. If you were in Glens Falls Live, share your memories in the comment section below. Use the links in the description box to keep Wrestling Legends working in our eBay store and on our acclaimed Patreon streaming service so we can bring you more interactive superstar shoot interviews to relive the good old days of professional wrestling. Check it out. Boston Wrestling Sports in the MWF explodes into a new year with professional wrestling content galore and need you to join our family. Every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. after our Monday Night Raw review, it's Wrestling Insiders at your house with WWE Hall of Famer Mr. USA Tony Atlas. Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. after NXT and AEW, join rotating legends on Wrestling Insiders Special Edition. Every Thursday night at 10 p.m. after our NXT and Dynamite review, it's Marty Jannetty's no-holds-barred sex, drugs, and rock and roll journey on Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty. Friday night after SmackDown, don't miss John Cena Sr.'s Wrestling Insiders Fabulous Fridays. Plus, look for classic clips, history videos, bonus live episodes, pay-per-view watch-alongs, and more. For less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, get early ad-free access to our Wrestling Insider talk shows, our acclaimed Studio Shoot interview DVD library, and help keep Wrestling Legends working during the worst of times. Join our growing family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. Expect the unexpected in 2021.